Alan Uckman has his mind. The chief market strategist at bullseyeoption.com is looking at LVS, Las Vegas Sands. So, Alan, the worst being past here. This isn't a tech trade. This isn't a very reliable bull market winner by any means. So what's it doing on your list?
Well, exactly. That's the point. We'll get to that in just a second, but we have to talk about a lot of good things happening. We've got earnings happening this season, this week. Here we go. And the S&P is within a couple percent of its all-time forever top. The VIX dropped 15% last week and is down 30% in the last 3 weeks. So a lot of positives here. And if you want to talk tech, we looked at Twitter last Monday and Juniper, I think 2 weeks before that. Both of those are closing in on that 50% gain. So the strategy, again, buying the in-the-money calls, a modest move in the stock, a big payoff. Now let's get back to China. BABA is up 20% in 5 days. So you're seeing a China turn. That's the play that I'm looking at here, as well as a great looking chart.
Okay, so you're looking at a China bounce back. I see you with the BABA and the China tech, 5 good days. But on the day before that 5-day trend, the big cap China ETF just notched a new year-to-date low. So you're looking for some reversal from a trend that technically is still intact.
Yes. And so if you look at LVS, this stock is 40% off its highs from the spring. And this chart is amazing. I know you guys like to show line charts, but if you look at a bar chart, there's a big gap up above this 40 here. It's been trading between 35 and 45 for 2 full months. So that target's a breakout to 55. Again, that gap is really attractive for a trader. And in the big picture, this stock for the last decade has been mostly between 35 and 75. So again, that 55 is a midpoint target in this stock. And I'm looking at a 35 call, again, down at that super support level, 35 call for January, 3 months of time, I can count 3 months of time, it's got a 70 delta. So it's a good risk reward play that's looking at a lot of sectors and sentiment here to play some catch up with some of this rest of the stuff in the stock market, which again is approaching the highs once again.
Okay. So I like the chart. I like the potential here for a major bounce in this thing where it's bottomed out and looks like it's poised. There's some energy built up in here without a doubt in the chart. So Alan, the best way to do this, I mean, kind of going along with the strategy, even if it's a different sector, a different theme, you're going with the tried and true, buying the in the money, right?
Right, the in-the-money call, so it's going to act like the stock, and you're buying at 35, which is the decade low. You have the right to be long from that decade low area there. And if it gets to that 55, this option is going to obviously more than double a beat. It'll be $20 in the money. Right now, I think it's trading for about 6 or so, so it's looking like a triple. So there's a lot of potential. A lot can happen in 3 months. And again, the catalyst here could be China, obviously, but then again, our stock market just the high tide with this earnings season kicking off, and we're going to hear about the bank billions here in the next couple of days, and that's going to remind us that stocks are still the choice when it comes to investing yield.
You've also got Las Vegas Sands earnings coming up around the corner. You want to hold it through that event, Alan? You think it's time for some fundamental positivity?
Well, I've always been asked the question, do you hold through earnings or avoid earnings? You can't avoid earnings. They come out every quarter. That's the beauty of it. So I think it could be a catalyst. I'm not looking at this as an earnings play. It's a January option. So I've got time to ride through the ups and downs. And that's the beauty of stock substitution, that you have limited risk, you've got time, and you can let the market do the thing. And hopefully we've got enough time to be right. That's part of the strategy.
All right. Okay, Alan Uckman. Looking outside tech, but a China trade to perhaps follow some of the China tech that has started to bounce. Las Vegas Sands and the connections to Macau casinos. Thank you, Mr. Uckman. The K is silent. He's the chief market strategist.